NPO World Vision SA is urging child protection services to take priority as Cyclone Storm Eloise makes landfall in Mozambique today. Here at home, Tropical Cyclone Eloise is expected to hit Vhembe, Capricorn, Sekhukhune and Mopani. Heavy rains and strong winds are expected with possible damage to infrastructure. For more on this, World Vision South Africa, Maxwell Sibensana joins us. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. So we know that children are amongst the most vulnerable to any type of disaster or emergency situation. And at the moment, children in Mozambique and other parts affected by Cyclone Eloise are facing a double impact from both the storm and COVID-19. So how is the storm expected to impact children specifically?
Thank you, Andy, for having me. As we have learned from different disasters before, particularly related to flooding, we tend to realize that unless measures are put in place to get children and their families to a safe place, then they may actually be marooned. And when it's a matter of life or death, even parents may leave their children behind. But also, once children and their families are in some of the evacuation centers, we need to ensure that there is separation between, say, men and women, as well as the water and sanitation facilities that are segregated to ensure that the children's rights are not violated by people that may want to take advantage of children.
So how has the COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated poverty, lack of access to medical services and facilities, which could then lead to a far more serious fallout from this storm?
Yeah, because as you are aware, a number of health facilities have already been overwhelmed by the number of COVID-19 cases that they have to attend to. So if there could be any injuries that require attention as a result of the storm, then that might add additional pressure to the hospitals that are already reeling under immense pressure from COVID-19. But also looking at how people may be accommodated in evacuation centers, social distancing that is normally advocated for may not be easy to achieve, depending on the number of people that need accommodation and the capacity of the accommodation centers.
So we know that various government structures, both here and in Mozambique, as well as NPOs, are attempting to provide assistance to families and to children specifically. But what is World Vision doing to assist children as a result of the storm?
Yeah, World Vision has been working together with the other agencies and national governments in their disaster management platforms or forums to warn people of the impending potential disaster and encourage those people that may be having homes in low-lying areas so that they can go to higher ground where they may be spared from the impact of such to stay indoors as much as possible, even for those that may be on higher ground, because the strength of the winds that are associated with any such tropical storm may cause light objects to fly around in trees, may be uprooted. So it is critical for people to get the message that they have to be in a safe place. And also for those that already see the risk of their homesteads, they move to higher ground. So this is the critical messaging that we are doing together with the national governments and other organizations. But also, as World Vision, we pre-position non-food item stocks, say for water and sanitation or for cooking, to facilitate that if some people are marooned off their homes and they do not have the means to survive for the next couple of hours, then we should be on standby to provide that support.
And where have you allocated support to in South Africa? We know various areas in Mozambique have already felt the repercussions of the storm. South Africa is still bracing itself for impact in some of the provinces. Where have you sent resources to?
So we have teams on standby in Limpopo, particularly in Mopani municipality, and we have two ongoing area programs that have generally been providing support on education as well as activities that strengthen the rights of children. So these are namely Tusalushaha in Sekhukhune, as well as Enebu area program in Sekhukhune, which have been operational for a while. So in Limpopo, those are the two areas where we have staff and also we have resources and in coordination with government. When we are clear on what are the gaps, then we'll be able to provide that. In KwaZulu-Natal, of all of the provinces that are affected, we also have a program in Greytown, that's in Umvoti, which also has been providing economic development activities for the communities there. And should the services of World Vision be required beyond the education and the awareness that we've already been creating for people to go to higher ground and to take whatever they can carry so they can survive, then we will have resources to meet the needs of those that might require it.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to us. That was Maxwell Sibensana from World Vision South Africa.